happy and I'm really happy. You know, ఇంత పాజిటివ్ వైబ్ జనరల్గా ఫిల్మ్కి రావడం చాలా రేర్. మంచి సినిమా చేయటమే అప్పుడే యాక్టర్ కూడా ప్లస్ అవుతుంది. You know, if the film, even the actor have done his 100% justification, if the film doesn't work out, everything is going to get wasted.
What exactly happens in the climax? Is it a very emotional thing?
Yeah, it's like, you know, we shouldn't reveal the climax because that is the heart of the film. That climax is the heart of the film, but it's very emotional. You're not going to see it. You're going to see it edge of the seat. You know, you're not going to sit like this. You have to see the film like that. In the climax, but especially.
What was the feedback that you got after your first film? You know, apart from the song, dances and fights.
I did my comedy timing. People love my pani puri scenes, watermelon scenes. That's called performance. That is called acting. What else is there in acting? You know.
Okay, is there a lesson that you learned from the whole experience? And
you have to give your best. You have to work your out. Sorry to use that word.
Okay, song lo dance చేస్తున్నప్పుడు మీరు ఏదో లెగ్ మూమెంట్ వచ్చి మొత్తం మోకాలంతా బ్లీడ్ అవుతున్నారు. కానీ అయినా కూడా మీరు కంటిన్యూ చేశారన్నమాట. Like he was shocked.
And that too with smile. That too with smile. I did. And she saw my demos. I showed my dance demo, my martial arts demo. And she was asking, when are you going to get launched?
అందరికి డాన్స్ డెమో చూపించారు.
Everybody who has come one show, 1-5-10 minutes I used to show.
Thank you so much for joining us. It's a great pleasure to have you on the show. So first of all, congratulations.
Pleasure is all mine.
Speedunnodu పెద్ద చాలా మంచి బస్ రిలీజ్ అవుతుంది on February 5th. So what's going through your mind? Are you
so happy అండి. అంటే I'm really happy. You know, ఇంత పాజిటివ్ వైబ్ జనరల్గా ఫిల్మ్కి రావడం చాలా రేర్. అండ్ నా సెకండ్ ఫిల్మ్కి ఇంత మంచి పాజిటివ్ వైబ్ రావడం really happy and I really thank each and everyone for making this happen.
Right. మీ ఫస్ట్ ఫిల్మ్ అల్లుడు సీను చాలా పెద్ద ప్లాట్ఫామ్ ఇచ్చారు మీకు. బిగ్ ప్రొడక్షన్, బిగ్ స్టార్ కాస్ట్ అండ్ ఆల్ దట్. బట్ ఆఫ్టర్ దాట్ ఫిల్మ్ రిలీజ్ మీకు చాలా టైం పట్టిందా? అంటే నెక్స్ట్ ఏం చేయాలి, ఎలా చేయాలి?
యా అండి, డెఫినెట్లీ ఐ వాంట్ మంచి ఫిల్మ్. ఫస్ట్ 3-4 ఫిల్మ్స్ ఆర్ వెరీ ఇంపార్టెంట్ ఫర్ ఎనీ యాక్టర్స్ కెరియర్. మంచి సినిమా చేయటమే అప్పుడే యాక్టర్ కూడా ప్లస్ అవుతుంది. If the film, even the actor have done his 100% justification, if the film doesn't work out, everything is going to get wasted. So whatever hard work you put in the film. So I wanted to come with a good film. So I heard many scripts, nothing was really so satisfying to me. When Bhimneni sir met me and told me Speedunnodu story, and when I've seen the Sundarapanian version, I really fell in love with it. And it's not a film which you will forget after watching it. It will definitely haunt you once you see the film. When you go back to home, you'll definitely remember the climax. You'll at least think 1 minute at least about this film. So that is very rare thing to happen. At the same time, it has all the commercial elements, which is a rare thing to happen too. Because you can make a good commercial film, or you can make a very good story film, good story-oriented film, or very nice film. But to mix both of them and to blend it like equally, and it's hard to make it.
అంటే ఫస్ట్ సినిమా తర్వాత చెప్పారు మీరు చాలా స్క్రిప్ట్స్ విన్నాను అది అని. సో వాట్ వాజ్ ఇట్ దట్ యు ఆర్ లుకింగ్ ఫర్ విచ్ యు ఆర్ నాట్ ఫైండింగ్ ఇన్ ద స్క్రిప్ట్స్ దట్ యు ఆర్ లిసనింగ్ టు?
To be frank, I don't want to do complete again out and out commercial film.
That's the image you have from
No, that's what. First film I had that image, out and out complete, because it's my launch pad film. Because everybody have to like me. That is my first target. I have to reach the max number of people. Because it's my first film, I don't have big background. No, I have a big background, but I have to make. End of the day, I have to prove my mettle. If I have to prove my mettle, I have a good father, I have a great producer in my home, but end of the day, I have to prove my mettle, right? People have to start liking me. What if my dad put 40 crores and I did nothing? I have put a lot of hard work in this film. At the same time, my dad's grandness of the film has helped it. So I have wanted a good film which has a lot of scope for performance. When I saw Sundarapanian version, I fell in love with it because there's so much scope to perform. You hardly get any films where an actor can perform really. I've done my acting course in Lee Salzberger Theatre Film Institute, and I was there for almost a year. So I want, to do a film which has a lot of scope for acting. So that's how this film.
So when you say that a lot of scope for acting, what exactly are you referring to there?
Acting means, scope to perform. Acting is nothing but scope to perform.
I want you to quantify that. Tell me, what exactly would you say? Are you saying that in Alludu Sinu you didn't have so much scope to perform?
I had a lot of scope to perform, but end of the day, you have dance, fights, that takes people,
that takes all the limelight.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Everybody told I excelled in dance fights, but nobody told my performance. But there's a lot of scope of acting to there. End of the day, people are not going to, they're just going to talk about your dance and fights. Dude, not only, as an actor, you should always have an advantage to, you should always prove as an actor first. Then all these dance, fights, everything is going to be an added elements for you. So, that's the thing.
Yesterday when I was interviewing Bhimneni Garu, so he talked about the film's climax, and he ended up comparing that with something as big as Siswagatam. And his intention was that our climax enta connect ayino ee cinema climax kuda ante connect.
Yeah. No.
So what exactly happens in the climax? Is it a very emotional thing?
Yeah, it's like, we shouldn't reveal the climax because that is the heart of the film. That climax is the heart of the film, but it's very emotional. It's really, really very haunting. You can say it's very haunting. You don't know what's going to happen. It's that kind of feel. And it has very good emotions. Very hard to get. It's very hard to drive a film to that emotional level. It's gonna go to the peak. You're not gonna see it. You're gonna see it edge of the seat. You're not gonna sit like this. You have to see the film like that in the climax, but especially. So.
Well, what was the feedback that you got after your first film? Apart from the song, dances and fights, did people?
To be very, very frank, people told me I excelled in dance and fights.
Which is fine because
yeah,
you've been training
and exactly. They told exactly, you excelled in dance and fights, but in acting and all, you need to improve. To be frankly. But I told him, dude, what is it to act in this film? In Allud, what is it to act? End of the day, I'm doing it's commercial film. In commercial film, where will you have scope to act?
Okay.
You have little. Yeah, I did my comedy timing. People love my pani puri scenes, watermelon scenes. That's called performance. That is called acting. What else is there in acting? My pani puri scenes. I think everybody who is gonna see this interview also, they'll know what the pani puri scenes I'm talking about. What watermelon? That sequence is the comedy sequence of the 10-15 minutes. People were like, your comedy timing is great. That is called performance, dude. That is called acting.
So did you have to consciously work on this film, Speedunnodu, because you say that it is that center say limelight of the film, in Speedunnodu.
Yeah.
Like చెప్పారు కదా performance కి చాలా scope ఉంది.
Yeah.
So are you toning down the fight levels and then focusing more on the content?
I don't know. We put the action parts, but we didn't make a lot of action. We just put 4 fights. And the fights also are going to be very realistic.
It's a selfie fight and win.
Yeah, it's everything. We try to put as real as possible. It's not 10 people are going to jump in the air. Even if you hit one person, it's going to be very real, very realistic, very very impact. A lot of impact is going to be in the action parts. At the same time, it has all the songs, all the commercial elements, and a very good story. And it has all the commercial elements too. It's very rare incident to happen. One good content film having all the commercial elements.
Right. How was it working with Bhimneni Garu? You working with him for the first time?
Really great, and I think Bhimneni sir's passion towards cinema, I really loved it because నేను నిజంగా చాలా ఆశ్చర్యపోయాను. అంటే 10 సినిమాలు చేసిన డైరెక్టర్ కూడా ఇంత ప్యాషన్ ఉంటుంది సినిమా మీద ఇంకా. అండ్ ఆయన ఆర్టిస్టుల నుంచి ఎమోషన్స్ తీసుకోవడంలో ఎక్స్పర్ట్. ఈ కెన్ ఎక్స్ట్రాక్ట్ ఎమోషన్స్ ఫ్రమ్ ద ఆర్టిస్ట్ టు ద కోర్. అంటే ఎక్స్పర్ట్ అనుకోవచ్చు. ఇంకా వెరీ వెరీ హార్డ్ వర్కింగ్. అండ్ ఆయన ఈ సినిమా చాలా ప్యాషనెట్గా చేశారు. ఆయన ఈ సినిమా ఆల్మోస్ట్ పుట్ హిస్ హార్ట్ అండ్ సోల్, విచ్ ఈస్ రియలీ రియలీ గ్రేట్ ఆఫ్ హిమ్. బికాస్ ఆయన పెద్ద పెద్ద స్టార్స్ వర్క్ చేశారు. పవన్ కళ్యాణ్ సార్ తోటి 2 ఫిల్మ్స్ చేశారు, రవితేజ గారితో సినిమా చేశారు, వెంకటేష్ సార్తో సినిమా చేశారు. సో ఇంతమంది పెద్ద యాక్టర్స్ చేసిన డైరెక్టర్ ఇంకా 10 సినిమాలు చేసిన తర్వాత కూడా ఇంత ప్యాషన్గా ఉంటారనేది మట్టికి ఐ వాజ్ రియల్లీ షాకింగ్. అండ్ అట్ ది సేమ్ టైం నాకు ఆయన ఇన్స్పిరేషన్ లాగా నా 10వ సినిమా కూడా నా ఫస్ట్ ఫిల్మ్లో ఫీల్ అవ్వాలనేది ఒకరైతే గుర్తు చేశారు. సో దట్ ఈస్ రియల్లీ గ్రేట్ ఆఫ్ హిమ్.
ఇస్ దర్ ఎ లెసన్ దట్ యు లెర్న్ ఫ్రమ్ ద హోల్ ఎక్స్పీరియన్స్? అంటే ఏమైనా ఉందా అలాగా?
Yeah, I told because I told the 10 films chesna nee first film feel avali.
Yeah, right.
This is your first film. You have to give your best. You have to work your out. Sorry to use that word, but like that it's great of him.
మొన్న ఒక ఇన్సిడెంట్ చెప్తున్నారు మేడం భీమ్నాని గారు. ఒక సాంగ్లో డాన్స్ చేస్తున్నప్పుడు మీరు ఏదో లెగ్ మూమెంట్ వచ్చి మొత్తం మోకాలంతా బ్లీడ్ అవుతున్నారు, కానీ అయినా కూడా మీరు కంటిన్యూ చేశారనమాట. లైక్ హీ వాజ్ షాక్ దట్
స్మైల్
స్మైల్. యా, రైట్.
స్మైల్.
సో ఏంటి లైక్ వాట్ ఇస్ దిస్ మ్యాడ్నెస్ ఫర్ that dance and all that?
Yeah, I don't know. To be frank, 10th I was not really into films also. 10th తర్వాత ఏదో సడన్గా ఒక థింగ్ హ్యాపెన్ టు మీ. Till 10th I was very happy going kid. I never used to think about films also. I used to go to school, play cricket, be very like normal kid, like study, friends to chilling, all these things of fun, hangam, masti I used to do. Suddenly 10th అయిపోయిన తర్వాత, my dad got this thing, I want to make you an actor. Okay. Yeah, it was his suggestion, you want to be an actor. Okay, 2-3 months tarvata what happened? Okay, I thought, okay, film, okay, obviously, who doesn't want to be a star? But I was like, I have that good looks to become an actor, dad. And what, you look good, and you have good personality and all. Okay, TK. But I thought, I have to, my dad earned his name for 20-25 years of hard work. I don't want to ruin it if I do not going to justify my first film, people are going to laugh at me, or whatever my dad earned, it was going to get wasted. So I have to really put all my hard work and be perfect in all the elements, like dance, fights, acting, all the elements. So I started training. In this 4 or 5 years, I started falling in love with the film. Actually what people talk outside is completely different, and what happens in the film is completely different. Lot of hard work people put in it. Like many people, hundreds of people put their best hard work in the film. I thought film is something really great, and to be an actor is out of the level. It's not everybody's cup of tea. So I started loving this process, and I thought, whatever film I do, I have to give my best, no matter what. If I get hurt, it's going to get healed in 4 days. But whatever I perform, it's going to be on the screen forever.
Right. So that was the quote which Bhimnani garu told us, that ఇంత చిన్న వయసులోనే అబ్బాయి అంత మెచ్యూర్గా ఆలోచిస్తున్నాడంటే he has a long way to go.
Yeah, I don't know. How come I don't know.
So training అంటే like lot of people have told me that you used to have your own room and used to practice for like what 12,
like
14
all
hours
4 friends used to be there. Balakrishna sir's son, everybody, and then me, my brother, one more friend Chandu. So we all 4 like Ambika Krishna garu manavadu untadu Chandu ani. So we all 4 like we used to be in my shed, like we used to live there. We used to morning legangala dance, gymnastics, fights. We used to train, then go andram kalisi gym ki vellam, kalisi jog, used to go for jog in KBR. We used to all do stuff.
ఎలా ఎన్నెళ్ళు చేశారు, or how many?
Almost for 3 years, 4 years. We are in that thing. We are just take your bag in the morning, put apple, put banana, put all the fruits, stuff your bag, go put your kneecaps. And
So మీడియాలో కూడా lot of people keep talking about that he's training hard and all. So there's
that's
a
what before I did my first film, people started talking positive about me, which is rare.
ఆయుధంలా తయారు చేస్తున్నారు సురేష్ గారు వాళ్ళకి.
లేదండి, అది యాక్చువల్లీ అదే అన్నారు. మా ఫాదర్కి కూడా నన్ను ఎప్పుడు ఎక్కువ పుష్ చేయలేదు. బట్ ఐ డోంట్ నో, సమ్హౌ గాట్ ప్యాషనెట్ అబౌట్ 2 films. ఐ డోంట్ నో హౌ కమ్. అసలు ఆ ఫస్ట్ నేను అసలు సినిమాలు తక్కువ చూసేవాడిని. 10th అయిపోయాక రోజుకి 3 సినిమాలు చూస్తే నిద్ర పట్టేది కాదు. దట్ kept on changing, it kept on increasing also. At point of time when I was in LA for 1 year, 1.5 year, daily is 2 films, like pakka. I used to, whatever available, Netflix, whatever is available around me, laptop, Netflix, DVDs, whatever is around me, I used to watch all the films, watch all the actions, watch all languages, no matter whatever language. Whichever language is available to me, I used to watch.
You said you studied in Lee Strasberg acting school, right? Right. So can you tell us any interesting things that you learned from there?
Yeah, definitely method acting. It's great, and they're very, very two professionals. And I loved working there, and I loved working in Baryon Acting Studio. I did in Bombay also for 3 months course. Everywhere, it's you can still learn, and I felt learning is never an ending. So there's always so much scope to learn.
Now, Speedunnodu, what's your favorite
scene
or part of the film? Apart from the dances, because everybody keeps talking about that, let's not talk.
Yeah, that's what everybody's talking about, dance, but it's not more than that.
Your favorite scene, climax?
I think the climax is gonna be the best, best of Speedunnodu. Nobody's gonna expect the climax from this film. And I'm telling too much, I know about the climax, but I hope it's gonna justify.
Did you prepare a lot for that?
To be frank, nothing. I just went out of Hyderabad and I was just in that zone, that's all. I told my Bhimnani, sir, don't shoot that sequence in Hyderabad. And we can be around with no friends is gonna be with me. We went and we shot in Karnool. It's not that we went somewhere also. We just went to Karnool. But at least I want to be in my room. I want to be in my zone for the 10 days. You know, only for the 10 days, I hardly used to speak on the phone. I used to speak for 1-2 minutes with just my mom, dad, and any friend, 1-2 friend. That's all. Other time I used to just switch off the phone. I used to be in that zone. That's all. Other time it's like normal.
Now, I don't know how many Telugu people have seen Sundar Pandian, which is the original version, but that's a very rustic and raw film, right? And yours is a very glamorous and you know commercial.
So that's what. Though we made the changes, it blended in the script perfectly. Because if you see, have you seen Sundar Pandian? No, I haven't seen it. Yeah. If you don't see it, you're gonna love this film more, even more. But if you have seen it also, I'm telling you, we have added a lot of elements at the same time. There's a lot of scope. If you have seen Sundar Pandian, then you'll get to know. There's a lot of, you can add commercial elements. It's nothing because it's not going away. The soul of the film is not going to miss. So you can add how many other things to this film. There's a scope. You know, that's why, you know, Speedunnodu have this complete glamour. It's going to be very trendy. The first half is going to be very entertaining, you know, very youthful. The second half is going to be complete with family emotions, the entertainment. You know, the less entertainment in the second half, but the first half is going to be very entertaining, very the commercial feel.
Now you're almost 2 films old now. Yeah. By tomorrow will be 2 films old, and Dad is a big producer, like everybody knows. But ఎక్కడో మీకు ఎప్పుడు ఆ భయం ఉంటుందా నెక్స్ట్ ఏమవుతుందో విల్ ఐ డూ వెల్ ఆర్ నాట్?
No అండి.
You don't get scared at all?
See, Sachi, Westers are coming and interviewing me, so I'm going a step ahead, right?
So what, you've never thought about that in your life?
No అండి.
ఫస్ట్ ఫిల్మ్ ముందు కొంచెం ఉండేది అలాగా?
Yeah. Only before my first film, will people receive me well or not? That is the only thing I had. But after my first film, you know, everywhere, wherever I'm going, people recognizing me after 1.5 years too. Guest I went to Tirumala, I went to Rajahmundry all for visiting some temples. Wherever I'm going, people are like literally, they remember that, already seen, you know, that thing, they're singing, you know, without any star background, you know, I felt I made a lot of impact, you know, people started liking me what I am. Though my dad gave me the best launch, but still, you know, to go to people to remember me is very tough. You know, after 1 year too. My film released 1 year, 4 months back, and still that what do you call that gaga is there on them.
మీ ఇండస్ట్రీలో మీ క్లోజ్ ఫ్రెండ్స్ ఎవరండి? లైక్ డూ యూ బాండ్ అ లాట్ విత్ ద యాక్టర్స్ సర్కిల్ ఆర్ డూ హ్యావ్ యువర్ ఓన్ సెట్ ఆఫ్ ఫ్రెండ్స్?
I have like most of my, I hang out more of my set of friends, but I have good friends, you know, whenever we meet, I hang out, you know, pretty well, but I have my set of friends more, you know, I have my childhood friends more, because from second class, third class, I'm traveling with the same friends. I never made any friend recently. I have this thing, you know, I'm very attached to my friends. That's why I loved Speedunnodu. You know, I genuinely loved the script when I saw it. I initially got connected to it, because I generally travel with my friends all the time. Without my friend, I can't even step out of my house. They have
ఇక్కడ ఉన్నారా?
ఇక్కడ లేరు. మరి అంత డిస్టర్బ్ చేయను. No, but whenever I'm always with friends.
Okay, right. So what, does it take a long time for you to make friends now, or you know?
Yeah, and to make really good friend of mine, it takes time for me. You know, I'm not a person, I can talk well, but I'm not a person, okay, you're a good friend of mine, I'm going to hang out with you now, right now, next second or next day or after 5 days. It takes time to me.
Now, your co-star Sonarika, she's already 1 film old, you know,
but more than her film, before her film release only, I think they have taken, her first film. Because we have seen her Hara Hara Mahadev, the serial, the Bollywood TV show she did, the Hindi TV serial. So when we saw her, we actually we auditioned many girls for this film also. We wanted a fresh girl, because the script demands fresh girl. So because the whole story revolves around the heroine, and if it's an establishment heroine, people are not going to get connected to the character. So we wanted some fresh girl. So we were thinking, and we auditioned we have auditioned many. But last again, we liked only, you know, Sonarika got into this project like that. So, but she have done an amazing job, and she's a great actor because she had a lot of experience before.
TV shows.
She did TV shows, right? Almost 3 years she did TV serial. So she's camera friendly. when she have done amazing and she's going to have a superb future.
Have you analyzed your own strengths and weaknesses? If yes, then what's your biggest weakness?
Yeah, I did in my first film. You know, that's what acting I have in me, but people didn't think about,
Okay, it
you know,
didn't
they
come
didn't
out
talk about
through
my
the-
acting.
That-
So I thought I have to focus more on. That's why I took the script. That's why I took Speedunnodu, because there's a lot of scope for performance. And they told, you know, dubbing would have been little better. Frankly speaking, open, you know, whatever reviews I've read, no, I read everything. I'm very updated, you know.
Okay, everybody should be really scared.
So people think I'm not, so you know, I'm very calm person and all, but I talk less, but in the interviews I talk more, but not in the real life and all. But I think, you know, so I've developed, I gave my best now. I hope I am fighting for what people say now.
Right. Now, at the audio launch, Tamanah was going gaga over you. Like you said.
Yeah, like title is apt for me and all. Huh?
So, how was that bonding with her? Like, you've known her before your debut in film, right?
Before debut, she did Tadaka. She did Tadaka in my dad's production. So then I used to be with her once in a while in the set, and she saw my demos. I showed her my dance demo, my martial arts demo, and she was asking, when are you going to get launched? You know, that I actually created that buzz before the film release only, my first film. I used to go show to who has to come to my house, right? When he actually, my dad is from film fraternity, so many directors and all used to come to my house.
అందరికి డాన్స్ డెమో
Everybody who has come one show, 5-10 minutes I used to show. Then like, oh, okay, this guy has some stuff in him. So I made that positive vibe in them. So everybody started asking me, when are you going to get launched? When are you going to get launched? Same thing with Tamanah. She's very dear friend and she's very, very hardworking and she's a dear friend. And we did our first song, and she's like, "Is it your first film? You know, you're learning now." Because I didn't even rehearse for the song we did in Alludu. That Labbar Bomma I never rehearsed. Direct on the set. Direct on the set we went. We both used to train same time. You know, we used to do. And he's like, "It's your first film, you know." She used to keep on asking me, "It's your first film, first film." Yeah, Thams, it's my first film.
So, how was it on this film? Like,
Yeah, because we already worked together in the first film. I was more comfortable. You know, more than the first film, I was a bit nervous. And it's my end of the day, it's a first film. No matter how much you're trained, no matter how much whatever hard work you put in before the training process, end of the day, first film is your first film. So, you know, the second film, now the second time I'm working with her, I was more comfortable.
alright, Sreenivas, thank you so much for joining us. It was a great pleasure talking
Yeah,
to you.
same
But
here,
before
same.
you
Pleasure is
leave,
all
any final words on your film to our iDream viewers?
Yeah, Speedunnodu February 5th రిలీజ్ అవుతుందండి. తప్పకుండా మీ అందరూ చూసి మా హోల్ టీమ్ని బ్లెస్ చేయాలని మనస్ఫూర్తిగా కోరుకుంటున్నాను. థ్యాంక్ యూ. అండ్ ప్లీజ్ డోంట్ ఎంకరేజ్ పైరసీ, ప్లీజ్. థ్యాంక్ యూ.
Thanks once again.